Bonjour.
What can I do for you?
Ok. Ok. Alors. Matériaux, 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 matériaux. Matériaux, matériaux, matériaux. Échangeable contre des guildes. Fragment de cristal usé.
Thank
Let's
you.
go. Matériaux. Échangeable contre des guildes.
That's the best I can do.
Oh, les intailles barbares, c'est pour de l'argent!
I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
De l'aigle noir pour de
Thank
l'argent!
you.
J'avais plus d'argent que je pensais en réserve.
And a fine, fine day to you.
Merci ma grande. Du coup, ici c'est terminé. Nous pouvons partir pour cette région. On va prendre les quêtes secondaires. Il y en avait une là et une derrière. C'est vrai que j'ai micro d'animaux. C'est vrai que ça peut être utile de les vendre.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
De rien, mon gars. Je fais ça tous les jours, t'en fais pas.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Get it, boy.
Voilà, ça c'était juste pour le plaisir.
Finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
There'll be no one to man the shop. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. And that's where I'll start.
Ah, ça va être compliqué de retourner à Crodrak, mec. Il reste plus grand chose de la montagne, je pense. Il y a eu un petit incident.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Oh, where did all the men of rock go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Everything I've worked for.
No matter how rocky the rock.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Sima, tu dis ça en déconnant, mais c'est important parce que il y a différents types de couteaux. Si tu veux trancher, il te faut une lame pleine et qui soit bien affûtée pour vraiment pouvoir trancher dans les morceaux. Parce que, par contre, si tu cherches à déchiqueter, dans ce cas-là, t'as pas besoin forcément que ce soit tranchant. T'as besoin que ce soit acéré. Donc c'est pas tout à fait pareil.
I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Bon. Continuons d'explorer le marché. Oui, mais là, ça donne des informations. Oui, non, mais tout à fait. La façon dont c'était présenté, c'était pas ouf. Je suis tout à fait d'accord. Mais il y a la petite nuance qui va avec.
Plates and pots.
Oh, where did all the men of rock
On voit plus les colosses. Ah, bah vous risquerez plus vraiment de les voir, les gars. J'ai un peu fait le ménage. Ils ont rouvert la taverne. C'est
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life. However deep your friends come.
T'inquiète pas, je compte pas me battre. Sauf si on me cherche.
I need to drink.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
Parfait. Par contre, dans mes chroniques, s'il te plaît, le jeu. Je veux aller dans mes chroniques. Ah.
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Pour le moment, laissez-moi me concentrer sur mes quêtes annexes. Ouh. Il y a du feu par là-bas. Il y a des boboums. Ah oui, l'écouteur fait Petite. Aïe 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 aïe. Je vous jure.
By the flames. That explains
Oula.
the heat.
Vous voulez que je les affronte dans l'eau pour être sûr? Pas de soucis. Oula! Toi, t'es différent. Tu m'intéresses. Ouh, il y en a d'autres.
Well done. Too slow.
J'avais pas le bon. Oh, le méga feu royal, rien que ça. Envole-toi, petit bombe. Vole de tes propres ailes et de ton propre feu.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Ah, t'imagines si pour réguler ta douche, tu devais aller taper des trucs? Ah putain, la douche est trop chaude. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Donne-moi mon épée. Dégage. Maintenant c'est bon. Ah, pas tout à fait. Boum 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 boum. Et là, nickel. Pour avoir du froid maintenant, t'attrapes un cryo. Aïe aïe aïe. Oh tenez, vous savez quoi même? On va vraiment faire mumuse un peu vu que là on va aller dans de l'annexe. Là. Non. Là. Et là. Ah, on a dû sortir de l'autre côté parce qu'on voit pas vraiment la différence d'ici. Bah justement, là les bains étaient trop chauds, je crois. J'ai pas vraiment fait gaffe à la quête. Le manque de respect total.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it.
Il m'a fait des brioches en forme de croc-drac.
She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Conseiller machin. Consoler en disant que les souvenirs ne disparaîtront pas. Motiver en disant concentrer sur le plus important. Ouh bah. Donne forme à tes
Perhaps
sentiments.
you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been!
Tu vas te faire des coups
I had
d'honneur,
to get
mec.
back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Pas faux. Après, comme dit, on a quand même dégommé tout le fonctionnement de leur société, donc je peux comprendre que ce soit un peu difficile pour eux. Mais les petits pains croc-drac, moi je suis désolé. Là, il y a un truc à faire. T'as un business complet, mec. Le business plan, il est là.
Plates and pots! There he is. And basins. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What
Oui,
did
c'est pas
you
faux.
find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
En vrai, ça c'est un truc que je mettrais dans le défaut, c'est qu'ils ont bien développé leur univers, mais qu'ils en ont pas très bien pris conscience dans l'évolution du jeu. Il y a très peu de moments où on voit que les gens sont affectés par la disparition des cristaux.
That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Je dirais que c'est ça le problème. Un univers qui a l'air hyper généreux, mais très peu exploité pour l'instant. Je trouve ça dommage. Soupir d'Ifrit. De la scarlatium, j'en avais besoin. Pardon.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
Voilà.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Par contre, moi je note, c'est les 36 milliards de pains nan qui sont posés juste derrière. Ils font plein de pains différents, mais par contre, il y a une chier de pains nan. Regarde-moi ça. Il y en a 3 tonnes.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Yes, they're quite
The
small.
finest fabrics. Fresh from the...
En plus, c'est bon cette connerie.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or...
Surtout que ceux qui le font bien fromager à l'intérieur.
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
C'est... Là, je l'accorde, la trad, c'était un peu compliqué. On essaye de plus vraiment le dire pendant l'histoire, mais là, pendant la quête secondaire, c'était gros.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it!
Je savais pas
I
du tout.
don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
J'aurais jamais pensé que c'était faisable avec du calcaire. C'est con, hein, mais... Ok. Ah. Mais bon, je branche. Voilà, ni vu ni connu. Oh, mais genre... Les gars, vous avez fait des zones qui sont belles, laissez-moi les explorer un peu comme je veux. Je demande pas un open world, mais au moins si les zones sont un peu ouvertes, laissez-moi y accéder tranquillement.
I can walk from here.
En gros, il va faire de
Take a
l'acier.
sniff, good sir. Now, Dusan, I know you're keen.
Bah, je sais pas, c'est avec du calcaire qu'on fait... Non.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
Yeah!
Oh bon.
You deserve a rest.
Eh, c'est pas de la soupe, c'est pas des fleurs, mais c'est des cailloux. On progresse. Et on innove. Par contre, le bleu de cette eau, putain, c'est tellement beau.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Non mais je sais que le limestone c'est du calcaire. Là je le sais, y a pas de souci. C'est juste que je ne savais pas que tu pouvais le travailler pour en faire un quelconque métal utilisable. C'est ça que je veux dire.
The
Now,
juiciest meat
Dusan, I know you're...
it would make. Hard carpets have pride of place.
Master Lubor says Drake's fang has fallen. I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon.
Tu peux mieux faire, je pense,
A
en termes de
knife
couteau.
forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed?
Revois la forme, par contre.
Ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge.
Yeah.
For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
La